The Chinese Belt and Road Initiative is a cornerstone policy of China. It aims to improve infrastructure both within the country and across the world.
Hong Kong is unique because we are the interoperability hub for global standards.
Joining me now is the Commissioner for the Belt and Road Initiative for Hong Kong, Nicholas Ho. Hi Nicholas, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So I want to dive right in and ask you, so the Belt and Road Initiative, can you tell us briefly what it is and at what stage it's at also?
Absolutely. So the Belt and Road Initiative is one of the largest collaborative platforms in the world with 153 countries currently and 30 international organizations. So apart from the hard connectivity, which is about 3,000 projects has been invested and developed through this program, we also have other soft connectivity, such as schools, culture, education, so on and so forth. And we are in the 11th year, what we also call the golden decade. Because in the past 10 years, a lot of these infrastructure projects or mega scale city projects has been completed. And a lot of them are in operation. So what happens now is we're in the golden age where public-private partnership is needed. So we call it, we're in the era of harvest.
So can you elaborate further on the public-private partnerships that are needed for this initiative?
Absolutely. So as you know, the world is a big place. There's a lot of opportunities in different places in the world, different cities, different provinces, but it's very hard for private companies to access these opportunities. Why? Because the cost of doing cross-border businesses is very high if you don't have the right policy in place, let's say free trade agreements, you don't have air connectivity, you don't have seaports, you don't have railway, you don't have highway, you don't have electricity or water or telecom. So what happened in the past 11 years is that these hard connectivity, what we call, has been completed. So now the cost for MSMEs doing business has dramatically lowered because of these policy and projects in place. So cross-border free trade, cross-border avoidance of double taxation agreements, all these are in place. So it makes SMEs a lot easier to access market opportunities. So what that PPP can do is that now they can unlock the hidden potential in these different parts of the world. For example, Africa, North Africa, Middle East, Southeast Asia, Central Asia, we have South Asia, we have Pacific Islands or South America. So cross-regional trade now becomes a lot more accessible.
Also, we saw during COVID some supply chain issues, and we saw how the world, because of a pandemic, was split into so many different parts. Post-COVID, now the world is recovering, but what lessons have been learned when it comes to trading between countries, and how does it complement, or how does the idea of the Belt and Road Initiative complement fixing the issues of supply chain?
Absolutely. I think there are two things that we need to look at it. Number one is the world needs to work together. Globalization has never been more important. So different types of supply chain or ensure supply chain resilience is key. But how can we do that? Through high quality development. So in the next golden decade of Belt and Road Initiative, the government has announced that it has to be high quality, meaning that it has to be done right according to international standards. It has to be operated in a way that it can deliver high quality services and accessibility. And because of the high quality, it can attract both public and private capital, satisfying international standards. So building that resiliency has never been more important.
And if we want to speak about Hong Kong in specific, what role does it play, or what yes in this initiative?
Well, Hong Kong, we call ourselves the super connector and the super value adder for the Belt and Road Initiative. But you can imagine us as a platform where all the projects, all the public and private capital, all the talent and all the innovation comes together and ensure that a project is successfully structured, successfully delivered, and you find the right partners. So when we look at Belt and Road projects, or in the next phase where projects are more bankable, we know that Hong Kong is unique because we are the interoperability hub for global standards. Because you need to satisfy different standards in order to drive public-private investments. So we always say that standards alignment drives investments, which will propel economic development.
So what can we expect to see in the next coming years in Hong Kong?
I think Hong Kong is extremely committed to build ties with our friends in the Belt and Road community. Let's say take Middle East or take Saudi Arabia, for example. The government has already announced that we will open a new government office, an economic and trade office in Riyadh. Our Hong Kong Stock Exchange has announced this morning that we'll open a rep office in Riyadh as well. And in this delegation, this visit, the financial secretary of the Hong Kong government has led a 120 person delegation here with financial institutions, with startups company, all here to educate our local friends the strength of Hong Kong. And I can tell you there's a lot of deals being signed on this mission as well. So you'll be seeing a lot of us.
A lot within the GCC region in its entirety, or just specifically with Saudi Arabia?
The entire GCC and beyond. As you know, GCC as a whole has a very strong economic partnership platform. Hong Kong government, we're very excited to work with GCC, but of course, we're also looking at other parts. For example, we have opened 2 consultancy offices in the Middle East region, such as one of them is in Egypt. We see that it's not a destination, this mission. It's only the first step. We are committed to build long-term relations across GCC and beyond.
And if we want to speak specifically about tech industry and AI, do you see there's a synergy between what Hong Kong is doing and between what Saudi Arabia is doing?
Absolutely. I think Vision 2030 by His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, there's a lot of elements inside this vision that completely complements the Hong Kong's unique strengths. We have innovation, we have world-class education, and also the International Financial Center. So for example, the green development engine in Hong Kong is the top in Asia. And I do believe that this green engine can really help add value in the Middle East and especially in Saudi Arabia. That engine comprises of 3 things. Green finance, which is like green bond, green sustainability, linked financing. Second is the green professional services. You need the service, you need the expertise to transform, do green transformation. Third is the innovation. Hong Kong, we are very lucky. We have 5 universities that's part of the QS Top 100 ranking. So 5 out of the top 100 universities in the world is based in Hong Kong. And these universities successfully commercialize climate tech, biotech, or smart city technologies. So we believe that the partnership between Saudi Arabia or GCC and Hong Kong can be first starting point, the green partnership. And to give you an example, earlier this year, NEOM came to Hong Kong, and our office partnered with NEOM to create a public exhibition, conference, and also a matching sessions. And the result was extremely exciting. Many companies now get to learn more about Saudi Arabia, and actually some of them are already open an office here because of these events and collaborative opportunities. And that's why we're extremely excited to work with FII as well. The first ever Asian edition of FII Priority was held in Hong Kong end of last year. And tomorrow, we'll also have a new Silk Road panel at the main plenary hall on day 3 in FII Riyadh. So we're very excited to be here.
So for my last question, if you want to take a step back and look at also the Middle East is establishing a trade corridor, the Middle East corridor, India is too. So we've seen a lot of corridors being established across the world. Do you think the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative complements these corridors, or how do you see it?
Absolutely. These economic corridors are all interconnected because Belt and Road Initiative is not a zero-sum game and is not independent on its own. It complements the middle corridor in Turkey, it complements the GCC plans and vision for this part of the world, it complements the Southeast Asia Economic Corridor as well. But we don't fight with each other, we complement each other. And because we believe that only through building long-term regional connectivity can we create sort of a common prosperity and also regional stability. So we're very excited to work with our counterparts here.
Thank you so much, Nicholas.
Thank you very much.